everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Nancy, and today we're going to be talking about some of my scary stories that I've had, my paranormal experiences that I've had in the past. And this story is going to take place in this home that my parents had where we lived in Corcoran, California. We're going to call this the pool house just because it had a pool, and that's how our family knows it, like it's the pool house. So basically, in this house, the history was or is that this couple lived there, and the lady was pregnant. She was young, maybe like 30s or something, and she kind of had like this heavy miscarriage while her husband was not there. So she kind of bled out in one of the rooms, and the baby didn't make it either. So when her husband got home, he saw what happened and he decided to hang himself in what was the master bedroom's bathroom. He hung himself there. So this story is on behalf of my grandmother because this lady, beautiful lady, my grandma, I love her so much. She's a very spiritual, religious person, and she can sense things, and she knows and seen stuff all her life. So this is what she told me that happened. My dad likes to play pranks on my grandma. You know, my dad's a very big, bulky guy, like dark skinned and kind of tall, like 5'7", I would say, and he always wore hats. Like, let's keep that like caps. So one day my grandma was in the restroom doing her thing, and so she thought my dad came in, went like this to the door, like to scare her, like just started hitting it. And my grandma screamed, and she was like, Manuel, because that's my dad's name. She's like, stop trying to scare me. Like, this isn't funny. And usually my dad would like laugh and just like say something back to my grandma just to know that, like, let her know that it's him. But this time that didn't happen. So my grandma was like, okay, this is weird. So then it happened again. Like, they hit the door and she was like, okay, like, stop trying to scare me. So she opens the door, and like right in front of her, like she said that like she saw what looked like my dad, like his build, like everything, his skin color, like walk past her, but she didn't never got a glimpse of his face. It was just like the back of his head just walking in front of her. And she was like, Manuel, are you listening to me? And he didn't answer. He just walked past her, like this close up to her, like, you know, she was like, that was your dad, that's who I saw. But it wasn't. So he like walked and he got into my dad's room. He like literally opens the door, goes in and closes it. My grandma like was already mad. She was like, what the fuck, like, why aren't you answering, and you're over here trying to scare me. So like she goes and opens the door. When she opens that door, guys, she said no one was there. So my grandma opens the door and nobody's there. So she completely said that she felt chills all over her body. She was like, this isn't right. Like, what's going on? So she like walks towards the kitchen into, like, we had two living rooms. So she passes one of them and then she goes to the other one. She opens the door, what was like where the shed was. And my dad's sitting outside smoking a cigar. My grandma was like, were you just inside? Like, you know, I just saw you walk in front of me and you didn't answer. Why are you trying to scare me? My dad was like, Mom, I just got here like a minute ago. Like, I just literally just pulled up and sat here and started smoking. My grandma would like, okay, this shit ain't funny. So she like immediately, this Hispanic lady pulls out the ruda, which is like this plant they use, and she starts cleansing and saging the house as well, like praying to Jesus. She had like bottles of holy water, just splashing them around. And she's all, cussing out whatever evil was there. She's like, you ain't gonna scare me. Don't be trying to come at me with that shit because you don't know what I've been through. And it was just funny what she was telling me. But yeah, that was like one of the stories that she told me. This other one was a time where my stepmother, she was pregnant at the time. She was like, I think 7, no, maybe like 5 to 7. I'm not sure, like maybe 6 months pregnant. And that house, she was by herself that day because we were in school, me and my sister, and my dad was working. My grandma wasn't home, and she has a daughter. At the time she was really small, so I think her daughter was like asleep or something. And my stepmom had like really, really, really long hair, and she said she got out of the shower, she laid down on the couch to take a nap, and she didn't like we all know, like she didn't like to put up her hair when it was wet. So she said that when she woke up her hair was braided. Again, her hair was braided, and she was like, what the hell, like I know I didn't braid my hair. So like we never knew what caused that or like what did it, but we just know that somebody braided her hair. Like she literally woke up and it was like a braid, like a long ass braid. Obviously nothing was holding the braid, but like it was a braid. And like on that same couch, because she would snap on that couch a lot, she would always see like a man come from the entrance, walk down the hallway, and like go into my dad's room. Like, and she would say that would look like your dad, but it wasn't your dad because nobody ever, like, we're just one of those houses where we never use the front door. It's always like the side doors and stuff, or the back door. So like it would come, like it was coming in from the entrance and like into the hallway and into my dad's room. And she would just sit there and like literally watch him walk through the hallway. Like, what the fuck? Like, this bitch wanted to get noticed. So yeah, that's my story for today. Those two ones were really creepy, but I still have more and I will keep posting. So if you like my story and you want to hear anything else about other stuff, let me know and I will post. Bye. I'm deep all the truth. A to the L I Y A H.